Welcome to the jungle. Bow. I don't know how the rest of the song goes. I just felt like screaming. I felt like screeching. That wasn't even a scream. You guys don't know what a real scream is. All right. Well, we're getting to the lobby. We're getting to the lobby here shortly. Look at these standings. 1 segundo. All right. The GOAT, the sexy, the man, the myth, the legend, the Berkey, leading by 26 points over Turbo Chicken. Turbo Chicken rising like a phoenix from the ashes of what was a very tough start to the season. The reigning World Driver Champion now only 26 points behind of the leader, the Berkey. Nuttuck in third, Dom in fourth, Gold Killer, Superiority, still misspelled on there. Epic Baller, Nova, Bro Joshua, and Steven Beecham all in the top 10. It is looking very, very rough for anybody below Gold Killer, it seems like. Yep, 143 points for Gold Killer. Um, is what 45 points away. It's it's gonna be a battle. It's gonna be a battle for anybody to really try and catch up to the top four. Really, I mean, I guess Gold Killer, yeah, definitely could, but a lot of these guys actually Gold Killer struggling a bit with form. Nuttuck as well. Turbo, he's been a little hit or miss this whole season, but Berkser has been the one constant. Looking at the constructors, we got the Haas. Hard carry from the Berkey, but is very, very close. Very closely chased, I mean, by the Mercedes of Bro Joshua and Shawarma. Red Bull 286, 1 point behind of the Mercedes, Gold Killer, and Spark. Hashira Spark is back on wheel. He is looking much more confident, much faster than as of late. The Racing Bulls in fourth with 258, Alpine 254. We see quite a few people very, very close together. Worst team at the moment is Superiority and Dawood Amariki, Mr. Gornola. All right. Well, that is it for that. Let us switch on over to our actual race. All right. Let me also make sure I'm not missing any kind of important messages. Yeah, we're all good. All right. It's looking a little cloudy around here in Mexico. I'm gonna have to rely on Mr. Shawarma Daddy to let me know if there's some kind of weird weather going on. All right. Who is first out on track? It's an Aston Martin. It is not Max. It is Dom. Dom, one of the faster drivers in this league. As we can see, that he is in the fourth place. He's in fourth place of the World Driver Champion standings. Also, I need to unmute the game. Hold on, almost forgot. Remember this time. I'm not an amateur, I swear. And then also, I need to somehow this race is louder than the last one I was at, or the last one I commentated for. So I need to turn down the game audio a little bit. All right, perfect. Here we go, dude. My home race, La Carrera de México, La Ciudad de México. So I always knew it. Dom starting his hot lap. I always knew it as El DF, El Distrito Federal, because that's what my dad grew up calling it. But apparently, it's not called that really anymore. At least not like not normally. It's called it. I think. What's it called? El Distrito? No, La Ciudad de México. I think is what they call it now, as like, a local would say it. Or no. Yeah, I think so. I think that's what they call it. I don't know. All I know it as is El DF, because that's how my dad grew up calling it. Humble beginnings, very, very humble beginnings, and by that I mean he was dirt poor, man. He was absolutely ridiculous. He was as poor as you could get growing up. It was like 16 siblings total. Pretty much a split. It was like eight brothers, 8 sisters. Um, Abusive dad, very, very amazing mother, and just every bit of problem that poverty could you can expect to see. But Dom finishing his lap here shortly through the stadium section, last corner. How early can he get into throttle? He is on throttle. Crosses, finishes with a 1:14.8. Let's see people behind. There's an S Martin invalidated. His teammate Max has invalidated. We have, what the hell is this? NASCAR freak doing some weird shit over here. Last turn. Looking very rough. A 1:15.7. Not great, not great. Spark finishing his haul lap here shortly. There's a Haas off track. I wonder who that was. How much faster can we expect Spark Ashira now that he is back on wheel? Not looking rapid at the moment though. Epic Baller on his hot lap. Guess we can watch his. Actually, hold on. Berkey is, sorry. Celebrity status. The World Driver Champion leader at the moment. Down the long pit straight on his hot lap. He has a car in front of him, though. It is a Red Bull. Will the Red Bull get out of the way? It is either Spark or Gold Killer. They have. There's also a kick out of the way. We'll have some more traffic ahead. Here we go. Very technical start of Sector 2. A lot of drivers off track, letting people through. Very, very good sportsmanship. Launching his car through these apexes. Seems to be on decently high wings around this track. Very under control through the S's. Stadium section. Here we go. Might be picking up just a little bit of dirty air from this Red Bull. But as it is the first lap, not that big of a deal, really. Very good through here. A 1:15.4, good enough for P4. 6/10 slower than Dom at the moment. Steven Beecham. I don't know what this is. He's just... I don't know what this is at all. Dan. Once known as Otzi, or Aotzi is what I would call him before I knew how to say it. He says he doesn't really care how you say it. He now goes by Dan. Dan starting. Has quite a bit of pace around here in Mexico. I raced against him, not kind of with him since we were all in the same VC, but against him in the Formula Worldwide League. What was it, like a week and a half ago now? Something like that. And he did very, very well. He has set a purple Sector 1. We do know the game lies, so may or may not actually be purple, or even remotely close to the fastest, but he's looking very good so far. Teamed up with Nova. Pretty fire. Those two are friends. Dumping battery. Really pushing these track limits. Really hard steering into some of these corners. Very tight exit to get fast time. 1:15.3! Second fastest. 7 thousandths of a second faster than Berkey. Max Scavenger on a hot lap again. But yeah, as much as this is supposed to be like a home race for me, I am very not good at it. I don't know, I just haven't put in enough time to feel decently fast at it. So, a bit sad really, and I just, out of the 2 league races that I've had here, apart from an F2 race, that one I won, but I was kind of gifted it because Nova had to leave early. I've just been dicked. I've gotten absolutely dicked by, honestly, by somebody else, but it is what it is, man. Except for, I will name one person, Slushy, SLXSHY. Yeah, you're kind of a fucking bitch, homie. I'll say it, dude. Not a big fan of yours. But, whatever, man. That's just me being petty. Alright, so that's the end of his hot lap. JC18. Is this a hot lap or no, this is not a hot lap. Looking for some of these. Let's look at the reigning World Driver Champion. Turbo will start his hot lap here shortly. Let's get a slightly... Let's get some camera, some TV camera angles. What's up, Nova? Who you calling lucky, homie? Calling your teammate lucky? Alright, here we go. Turbo Chicken. Another hot lap for him. Can he gain some positions? He has a 1:15.5. Needs to pick up a lot. Does have cars behind him. He has a Red Bull behind him. Is this Gold Killer behind him? It is. Has Gold Killer given himself enough room behind of Turbo Chicken? Turbo Chicken is slower than his last hot lap so far. We have quite a bit of congestion back here. Okay, that is Nova behind him, but Nova's on an outlap, so he's not going to be too worried about being behind Gold Killer at the moment. There's also an Aston Martin. Could be Dom. Very much is Dom. Dom will have some traffic to get through. Or maybe not. Looks to be enough space. Alright, Gold Killer. Has he gained time? Has he gained time through Sector 2? Yes, he is now 3/10 up. He must have really messed up the S's earlier. It is now down to the stadium section. Really going wide to open up his angle. Here we go. 1:15.5. Not too shabby, not too shabby. Turbo Chicken. Invalidated lap. Not Gucci main in 2006. Spark. Improving by 3/10. Invalidated. Just like that. That's all it takes. That is all it takes. Let's take a look at the Berkster. Stephen Beecham retiring from the session. Why? Ooh. Maybe Berkey has backed out of this lap. Does have a Red Bull on his ass now. That would be Gold Killer, but Gold Killer's already done with his lap. Who else? Who else? Nova, perhaps? Nova is on a hot lap. I do want to start seeing some people using battery through the S's. That is a fast way. Maybe I just haven't been noticing. Here we go. He's on the battery for the S's. Just off for a split second. Improving by 2/10. Needs more if he wants to get even remotely close to pole position. Car diving out of the way to give him room. $115 flat. 6 thousandths now faster than superiority. Superiority not on a hot lap, it seems like. Bro Joshua starting one. Or not. Oh, he's slipstreaming Shawarma. Come on, Shawarma. Show him how the Arabs do it in Mexico. That doesn't even mean anything. I'm just yapping. I'm trying to distract him really. Oh, Beecham cannot race. His wheel keeps disconnecting. Unfortunate for the Beecham. Shawarma, how is he only improved by 16 thousandths of a second with a fuck ton of slipstream? Actually, it wasn't even that much slipstream. Come on, Shawarma. You need to qualify out of the midfield. Well, it's not gonna happen today. Let me tell you what, they're already in the race pretty much. And it would be super last second. Would not happen today. But feel free to join. So this league is PTRL, as you should be able to tell. I can, hold on, as soon as Shawarma finishes his hot lap, send you the invite link to this league. Now, this is not a league I run. This is just a league that I commentate for. But my league, the league that I own, is very closely affiliated with them. So, you know, I'll also be sending you my invite link. Hold on. So, let me get you theirs first. Here it is. So copy link. So here is for PTRL. That is this current league. And then my league's link is as such. There you go. Feel free to poke around. They have less of a process for joining in races than my league does. My league is called FSR. That is Fridge Sucks at Racing. Or, you know, more so Fridge's School of Racing. Hold on, I'm reading some other pings. Okay, sorry, I was just reading some pings. Max Scavenger not on a hot lap. Scorenzi, new driver for this race. Looking decently fast. There's a lot of people in the pits. Shorma not improving on his lap time. Stuck, not even in the midfield. Behind, outside of the midfield. Here goes Mono on an out lap. Everybody else in the pits right now. Looks like maybe they'll be coming out shortly. Oh, what's up, David? Hold on. You've messaged in here before. Where do I know you from? I don't know why I recognize the name. Why do I recognize that name? You've been here before. I'm sorry. I have a really bad memory. Oh, you were here during last race. Oh yeah, you were just watching, right? You were just vibing. Hell yeah, man. Yeah, hold on. Okay. I'm just checking all these pings that I was getting. I think we're all good. I think we are all good. Yeah. All right. That should be it for that. So Mono starting his hot lap here shortly. Not that many more people coming out of the pits actually. Everybody just hanging around. Maybe not wanting to use up all sets of the tires. Nova is coming out. Nova thinks it's worth trying to improve a little more. A Red Bull also leaving. That is that not a Red Bull leaving? It is. So why is it not showing up for me? There's a Red Bull on track now. Oh, there he goes. It's Gold Killer. Alright, Mono has improved by a 10th so far. Can he continue to improve? So how you feeling? Did you end up joining this league or not? I can't remember. Oh, so you did join. You've been sick for the past 2 days. Unfortunate to hear, my man. But in my opinion, I think you're just a little baby. Next time, don't get sick. Next time, just, don't be sick. Oh, you think you're coming down with something? Nah, just don't. You know what I mean? That's how I approach things. Oh yeah, now we're seeing everybody coming out for the very last seconds of qualifying. Mono slipping out. I think he's lost every bit of time that he gained on his previous lap. Oh, he did gain 3/10, but just not enough. Not enough to really gain anything out of it. So Nova first to start his hot lap of the very last hot lappers. Alright. Nova in third currently. Both kicks doing a very good job in qualifying at the moment. Mind over matter for sure. That's what I'm saying. See, you get it. You really do get it. Dewey Amariki retiring from the session. Is that a DNF or just retiring? It looks like he just retired on track. Preferring to save a set of softs just in case. Nova will now have traffic in front of him. Will they get out of his way? Aston Martin not getting out of the way. What are we doing? That was Dom potentially getting in the way. Is that incident report worthy? Maybe. It was enough to, I would say that would be enough to really make me nervous and kind of back me off, but who knows? Maybe Nova just full sending it and just taking the risk. Hey, if he gets out of my way, he gets out of my way. If he doesn't, well, he's going to be severely penalized. A little bit of a dirty air from the Ferrari head, but does Nova improve? Just needs a little bit of improvement to gain some positions here. Does he improve? He improves by a 10.5. Not fast enough yet to get past Dom. And now giving slipstream to his teammate, Dan. Massive gains here, maybe. Mono retiring from the session as well. We're going to see here. We're going to see here if Dan has improved through Sector 1 shortly. How much has that slipstream assisted Dan? Oh. Only a 10th, but it is a purple Sector 1. Gold Killer done. Best finish will be P6. The Mercedes team chasing down a constructors, struggling in qualifying here at Mexico. It is looking very, very, very shaky for the Mercedes team. Bro Joshua improving up to P13. Hearing a lot of tire screeching. Really driving his car to the maximum here. Really forcing it to do his bidding. Improves by 2/10 faster than his teammate, only just. Dom retaining pole position and improves regardless, securing his pole position. NASCAR freak. Is he improving? Nope, not at all. Shawarma, do you improve? Yes, Shawarma! Another race out qualifying his teammate. I'm more so excited for the race. For those of you who are not aware, I am Mexican. And so, this is like a home race to me. This is like a home race to me. I'm not from Mexico. Let's get that clear, though. I am born in the U.S., but uh, my parents both immigrants. I am very so much Mexican. What the fuck? So I responded to a guy on Reddit who posted, "Hello, I'm a French driver or rider seeking a league, and we just happen to run kind of around the same time." But he I guess he translated that into English. This is no longer in English. So what's he say? I know a little bit, but I don't know if I can really. Salut l'ami, merci beaucoup. J'ai déjà deux ligues le dimanche, mais je te remercie. Ajoute-moi sur EA. Okay, so what I'm understanding is, hello, thank you very much. Already in 2 leagues on Sundays, but I will. I'll give you my EA. That gives me nothing. Giving me your EA gives me nothing. That is of no benefit to me. I joined the Discord. I'm not gonna sit here and try to communicate with you. How would I communicate with him? No, that was horrible. I was more so worried about trying to. Alright, let me try to do this actually French. Salut l'ami, merci beaucoup. J'ai déjà deux ligues le dimanche, mais je te remercie. Ajoute-moi sur. How does E? How do they say E? E. I think it's E. E-A. Eliakim J. Did you guys know G and J? So in French, G is J, like J, and J is G. I'm pretty sure. I think that was a little better, but Gold Killer can probably let me know actually how good that was. Probably not that good. He is a French Canadian. Bro, what? What is this guy talking about? Tired of managing your F125 league through Discord and spreadsheets? I'm building a race flow to automate it. No, you use racing league tools, bum. What spreadsheets? Oh, but it can upload to a website? Hmm. And then team profiles? Okay, this might be kind of fire. Alright, let me save this actually. Okay. If I made it sound a little more arrogant, that's funny. Uh, but yeah, I don't, like, what am I supposed to do with your EA? How do I get in touch with you? I'm not gonna sit here and try to message you over Reddit like, oh, are you free now? I'm just not even gonna deal with that, bro. I'm just not even gonna deal with that. All right, I think that is it. So we're just waiting for, um, just sitting here waiting for them to finish with their strategies and their tire pressures. You're gonna grab your order? Oh my lord. Imagine getting food delivery these days. Bro, kids these days are just so lazy. They can't even work for their own food. Spain 2016? What is Shawarma talking about, bro? I don't have F1 intimate knowledge like that. I'm just chilling, bro. I'm just vibing. Leave me alone. Oh, you and your teammates starting next to each other again? Yeah, it's becoming a tight battle between you two. Oh, so you could have just said that. What's up, Berkey? Berkster, you listen to me here good. You listen to me here good, okay? This better be in the video. And I'm actually about to troll too. Que ahora sí, compare. Soy tu ingeniero mexicano local para esta carrera, Berkey. Berkey, lo que espero fuera de ti es que, que ganes. Si no haces otra, y si no haces cualquier otra cosa en esta carrera, gana. Yo nomás espero que ganes. Porque si no ganas, a la mierda contigo. Yo no quiero ni escuchar ni una excusa de ti. Lo que espero de ti es que ganes. A lo mínimo que ganes. Si fuera por un millón de segundos que ganes. Pero mejor yo pienso, mi opinión, mi opinión, que ganes por 10 segundos, más de 10 segundos, para enseñarles la dominancia, que tú eres mejor, el más veloz. Alright, that's enough for that. He's gonna have no idea what that means. Superiority obviously knows what that means. Real hasta la muerte. He better not mean Real Madrid, bro. If he means Real Madrid, it's over for Superiority, bro. I'll be Superiority's biggest hater. I kind of sound like Pablo Escobar, brother. I do not sound like Pablo Escobar. He's Colombian, bro. Get out of here. Is he Colombian? I think he's Colombian. I don't think he's Mexican. Here's the gringo. It's okay, Berkster. Look, to sum it up, if you don't win today, you're washed. You're a bum. I will hate you for the rest of my life. I will be disappointed in you for the rest of my life. So you better win, Berkster. Apart from that, though, I guess closest that I know of to a home race here is, I mean, Superiority doesn't really count. He's Puerto Rican. That's not the same. He's more American than my parents are. So, you know, that tells you all you need to know. I don't know if Turbo. No, I don't know. I don't think Turbo Chickens is Mexican. Gold Killer says he's Mexican, but he's really part Colombian. I think he's like super small part Mexican. So I guess it counts for Spark. Other than that, I don't know any of these guys as being even remotely Mexican. So yeah, I don't know. Just a commentator's home race. So let's see here. Everybody on mediums. Steven Beecham on hards. Leaning over to the left a little bit is Superiority. I also wonder how many people will go for the one stop. Alright. 5 luces se prenden. Y en un momento se apagan. Al apagar empezamos en México. Dale, rapidito se apagan. Todos arranque hacia la primera vuelta en la Ciudad de México. Yéndose rapidísimos. Batallando por posición. Nada de incidentes todavía. Llegamos limpio. ¡No! Sí hay choques. De repente sí hay choques. Al momento que entramos a la zona de frenar es cuando hay incidentes, hay colisiones, hay movimientos ilegales, todo arruinándose antes de llegar más allá en la carrera. Alright, that's enough for the Spanish, the mandatory Spanish. Here we go. We see a little bit of, we're seeing a lot of touching in the back and in the kind of the midfield. The front looking good. Front was very clean. Let's see if I can kind of look around here and find people with damage. I don't really see anybody with damage per se. I don't think there's much damage. Dan in the lead. Hold on. Dan in the lead! You might have to donate to get audio language changed. That's hilarious. Dan in the lead. Looking spectacular. Scorenzi. The off-brand Scorsese up a position. Turbo Chicken up a position. NASCAR Freak up 4. Mono up 4. Shawarma down 4. Not great for him. But I wonder. I'm almost terrified to look if he has any damage. These four front runners kind of running away right now. All right, this wouldn't be a bad time to check on Shawarma. No damage, it seems like. Thank the Lord Jesus above. He is okay. All right, these 4 continuing to fight. Maybe not so much fight, but these 4 continuing to keep it very, very close together. Not much else going on. I do see Turbo Chicken very close behind his superiority right now. Not much else changing in position, so let's try to get rid of that, open up some more room for the time intervals. For most of the race, I actually, those of you unaware, I'm only seeing cars out of the corner of my eye. I'm really watching the intervals, making sure I'm up to date on maybe somebody gaining rapidly on the car in front, because that tells you that there's potentially going to be some kind of a move being made shortly. And it is difficult. It is very difficult because I try to fixate on the top 5 and then kind of like out of the other corner of my eye, watch the bottom. And so, priority to the top, obviously. All right, DRS is now open. Scorenzi is close enough to send something. Does not. Nothing else happening back here, but there's a lot of close proximity between these cars. There is another DRS zone, so will Nova maybe try to get ahead of Dom? Alright, it's late enough in the race. Let's get the telemetry going. Turbo. Oh, there's a late move made by the Haas of Berkey. Oh, that was so clean. I'm going to... That was so good. Just not able to keep the position, though. Has the outside through this double apex turn. Not ahead. Not ahead at all, but definitely scaring Turbo a little bit. Definitely, adding to his stress levels early on in the race. Baller not making a move. NASCAR Freak already 3-second time penalty for corner cutting. All right, Baller is insanely close. He has made a move up the inside, but shoved JC18 off track. Will he concede the position? No, he will not. Well, kind of, sort of, I guess it seems like. Side to side on those turns is crazy. I thought they might take each other out. Bro, these guys are wild. These guys do not... they don't like to play nice. If they want a position, they're going to fight for it. They're going to do what they can to earn it. Dan being overtaken by Dom. Dom taking the inside. 2 kick teammates at the front. Turbo now ahead, taking the inside of Superiority. Superiority going for a bit of a switchback. Unsuccessful there. Steven Beecham already retiring from the session. Interesting. I wonder what that's all about. There's a McLaren. Epic Baller following down the standings. Either spinning or being spun. Berkey now up into 6th ahead of Superiority. Scorenzi very close to the kick of Nova. Nova behind his teammate. Not much else going on right now, I don't think. I do see Shawarma, actually. I lied. Shawarma very, very close to Spark. Spark all the way down in 12th. What's he doing down here? Starting in 13th? What? Was that bro Joshua? Cutting all those corners? What happened there? Again, I watch out of the corner of my eye, so I don't always fully capture everything. What was that? I look over and he's cutting the corner a massive amount. Was there a bit of a not space given sort of situation? I don't know. Scorenzi will have the DRS, choosing to stick behind. So maybe we'll see some moves back here. Bro Joshua into the pits. Oh, he had wing damage perhaps. Wonder where that happened. Shawarma staying behind of Spark still. Not much else anywhere else. Back up to the front. Back up to the front. Scorenzi. Okay, nothing about that looked dirty. It was just a very late return to the racing line from Nova. Just so happened to coincide with Scorenzi also making a move to that side. Uh, did it looked like it was so perfectly in sync that it cannot possibly have been a reactionary move from Nova. Benefit of the doubt, I think, would go to him. Okay. Kind of settling into a groove, it seems like. Not really trying to do anything aggressive outside of DRS, the normal DRS overtaking zones. Not wanting to slow themselves down too much, as Berkey is the leader of a different DRS train. It is three of them. It is himself, Turbo Chicken, and Superiority. And yeah, it's going to be Berkey's job to catch up to the front runners to try and reform a longer DRS train. But these four not really interested in really slowing themselves down all too much. I lied. Dan up the inside. Dom has the apex for this corner, but oh! What has gone on? What is that? It is now Nova taking advantage, going up into first. Some scraps going on, some scraps. I don't know if Dom's going to be too happy about that. Skrenti's very close behind of Nova right now. That has allowed Berkey to catch up by like a half a second, almost a full second now. Once he can get into that DRS, dude. Oh, once he gets that DRS, it is easy livings for him. Just needs to get it done. Looks like he might. Has he picked up DRS? This is going to be absolutely crucial for the rest of this race. Has he picked it up down this straight? He has Sharks hunting behind him. He has not. Yes, he has. I lied. He has the DRS. People going into the pits. It is Scarenzi and Dan already pitting. Either damage or early pit window for the two-stop, going for an undercut. It's going to depend on what they pit onto and whatever tire allocation they chose. Nova almost a second ahead of Dom. Dom should still have DRS, I think. Yes, he does. It is a double DRS zone. One detection zone, one detection point, I guess, for 2 DRS zones. Exactly, David, exactly. Through goes Nova. Through goes Nova. He is now in the lead. A bit of a scuffle between his teammate and am I stupid? And Dom. There we go. Took a second. Dom catching up pretty quickly to Nova. Nova might be on lower wings and so struggling, maybe not struggling, but is slower through these corners, but then kicks ass down the straights like a rocket ship. Oh my god. Alright. Another pit straight. Dom 8/10 behind of Nova. Into the pits, actually. Seems to be a two-stop. Berkey and Nova still out. Berkey with DRS. Probably not close enough to threaten Nova. Nope, very much so. Anything else back here, maybe? No. Seems to not be the case. Spark? Maybe, actually. Nope. On his teammate, would not want to send a ridiculously aggressive move. Back up to the top, we have Berkey in second. All the people from P1 to P9 on used mediums from the start of the race. Once again, these four kind of just in a bit of a train. The only moves we see would probably come down the very long pit straight or the second DRS zone. Okay, so I'm just always sleepy. Okay, it's been a way of life since like middle school, dude. I actually used to get in trouble in some of my classes because I would fall asleep. Nova into the pits now. Responding to the undercut from some of the other drivers, Berkey now into the lead. Not your true race leader because he has yet to pit, but is currently in the lead. It is a provisional race lead. But yeah, I used to get in trouble because dude, like, Genuinely, I could not stay awake. I can't say it was because I was bored. It's not because I wasn't sleeping. It was genuinely just I would sit there and I just get a wave of it, like massive sleepiness. Like I had to fight to stay awake, and a lot of the time I would actually lose that battle. So I used to get in trouble for that a bit, but I had really good grades, so there was only so much they could really get mad at me. Oh, Spark has lost it and then taken Scavenger with him. He has collected Scavenger. Oh no, Spark. I don't think it is. I don't think it's like narcolepsy, because it was kind of on a schedule, which is weird. It would always be in one particular class just for whatever reason. And then it continued in high school, and in only some classes, right? So there was one particular class where I never really got in trouble for it. I'd had that teacher before. She was really awesome. So this was like Berkey 10. Oh my God, Berkey, no! 10-second time penalty for him speeding into the pit lane. But yeah, I had really good grades in her class. I think it was AP Physics and AP Chem that I were my like second and third classes I ever took with her. And I think at that point she just kind of knew. I sat up in the front left of the room, closest to the board and closest to her desk. And as soon as class would start and like it was lecture, Dom being overtaken by Dan potentially, a repeat of before. Oh, some bumping going on there. They're a little chippy, a little chippy. Not exactly happy to be next to each other again. It is Dan inside line. It is room given. Dan backing out a little bit behind of Dom now. The kick also poking on the Red Bull. Nova poking up on Spark. Spark with potential damage maybe. He is now ahead. But yeah, so she just kind of stopped really getting mad at me for falling asleep at in the middle of class, or like at the beginning whenever lecture would start. Gold Killer Superiority and Turbo Chicken still yet to pit. The 4 drivers behind them have pitted for the hards. But yeah, I don't know, man. I would just get really tired, and I'd just be forced to fall asleep. I'd fight it. I mean, believe me or not, I'd sit there and try not to, but there was nothing I could do sometimes. So I would just have to take a nap, and I got all my work done. I'd get good grades, so, only so much they can get mad at me for. And it was, I mean, I didn't think it was a distraction. Breaking now ahead of Spark as well. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I hate chemistry, dude. It's just not interesting to me. Same thing with college. Whenever I took the college chemistry, I just could not make it. Well, I couldn't make it through a singular lecture, regardless of what class it was. So I went to NC State for aerospace engineering. I graduated in 2023. Um, dude, even classes that I wanted to pay attention to, which were very few, I don't know. It's just something about I don't know. They just felt like they were really slow. My brain felt really bored, and I guess that would just activate. Oh, well, you're bored. Let's just make time pass faster. Let's go to sleep. And so it would be very difficult for me to really focus, um, in any of my classes ever, pretty much. Um, I don't know. The pace of lectures in every single class I've ever taken were just too slow, except for maybe like 1 or 2. But those were exceptions. Um, and so COVID for me actually was probably the turning point. That's what really let me take full advantage of my time, because um, Scarenzi getting ahead of Gold Killer well on the inside, does not want Gold Killer taking the inside on him. Um, but yeah, as I was saying, um, Dan is very close to Dom, dude. This is a scrappy fight between the two. Um, again, as I was saying, um, all the engineering classes were required to, by the university, to live record. Well, I guess kind of live stream. I think I can't remember if it even worked at the time, but you could definitely watch the lectures back as like a VOD. And so that's what I would do, and I would just sit there in ×2 speed and just listen, pause if I needed to write stuff down, and it was magical, dude. Saved me so much hassle. Attendance was no longer mandatory. It was an amazing time for me. It was the best 2 years of my college career because I saved so much time in not having to go to class. Turbo Chicken speeding in the pit lane as well. I know this can be a bit of a difficult pit entry, but dude, we can't be making those mistakes. Not as not as some of the top drivers in the championship standings. Actually, that's the 1-2 right there. We cannot be speeding into the pit lane. That is a silly mistake to be making. Looks like NASCAR Freak will also be getting ahead of Spark. Spark still not pitting off of the mediums. It looks like Spark and Superiority will be trying to make the one-stop happen. I don't know if it's going to work out for them, truthfully. It's going to be hard. It's going to be difficult. For Joshua and Shawarma continuing to swap positions, maybe trying to get a little bit of a DRS swap back and forth to try and make time on the drivers ahead. Working as a team as best they can. Oh, Dan and Nova each getting time penalties immediately after each other, I think. Or no, that was actually Mono and Nova. Your bio professor used to do that as well. You just used to watch the videos at on the day of the exam. Okay, you and I were two very different people, it seems. Well, no, we were just we were on two different parts of not the spectrum, but like of a spectrum, not the autism spectrum. But I mean, like, I would still wait till the last second, but I would not wait till the day of. That's kind of ridiculous. So there's goes Superiority pitting off of the mediums, very much so doing a one-stop. Nova DRS swapping with his teammate Dan. See, like, I mean, you can tell I have energy right now. I'm not tired. I'm like energetic. I'm up. I'm alert. I'm awake. But I just have to yawn. My body feels tired or something. I'm like a dog or a cat. I just yawn, man. I just yawn. NASCAR Freak getting ahead of JC18. That's kind of it. Gold Killer down into 12. Just pit. Okay. Just pit last lap or 2 laps ago. Has the Mercedes bro team ahead of him. Both having pit already, so they are on older hards. Gold Killer maybe also doing the one stop. In your 4 years of university, you only studied in advanced. Oh, in advance for Orgo Chem exam. Oh, dude, Orgo. I have heard tales of Orgo. The Mercedes team fighting with each other. Shawarma 3-second time penalty for corner cutting. Guys, why are we fighting with each other? What the fuck are we doing? Yeah, no, Orgo, dude, is disgusting. It is wild to me. But let me raise you one. I studied aerospace engineering. I feel the need. I feel the need to bring up that I did aerospace. It is such a difficult major. I have an ego about it, dude. I mean, it was hard, but it wasn't fucking impossible. No, Orgo, dude. Orgo, respect. Orgo's hard as fuck. Like, chem by itself, like, generic chem, that's not that bad. Really not. Fight between Gold Killer and Bro Joshua trying to get past the Great Wall of Mercedes. No, why would I? Okay, see, the difference is there are some engineering disciplines, I guess, that did have to take Orgo, but that was mostly reserved for, like, biomed, biological engineering. Those two, I think, maybe a third department had to do it. But not aerospace. What do I need Orgo Chem for? I don't need that. At least not in the general scope of aerospace, right? I mean, easily you could look at Bro Joshua and Gold Killer continuing to fight, kind of swapping positions there. Dom and Nova also fighting. Dom up into second now, but yeah, it's like rocket fuel mixtures. That could go under, like, that's not really organic chemistry though. That's like I don't even know. That's just a different kind of chemistry, right? But that would go to, like, to the people who do study the chemistry, right? Aerospace is more so the aerodynamics of it all. It's more the physics behind air. So yeah, no, thank God I didn't have to do orgo, bro. I already hate chemistry. I can't imagine having to do organic chemistry. Like, fuck off, bro. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Not much else going on at the moment. There seems to be a slow peeling of groups. I lied. I lied. If you guys get that Star Wars reference, I can't even remember the scene. I just remember it's Darth Vader's, somebody saying something. I think it's him and Luke. Or no, I can't remember. But yeah, he's just like, I lied. I don't know why that's been stuck in my head for a while. Scorenzi now in the lead. Hold on, I didn't even notice that a while ago. Interessante. You never watched Star Wars? Okay, well, Spark, we can't let David into the league, bro. He can't race a singular time in here. You can't. You're never even allowed to join my league FSR ever in your life. Gold Killer ahead of Shorma. Mono 3 second time penalty. Dude, what do you mean you found Star Wars boring? What do you mean? Revenge of the Sith, dude. That's peak. That's peak cinema. Oh, Shorma really losing time. Getting gapped by Gold Killer. Gold Killer finally through the Great Wall of Merc. Tired of losing time behind them. Nova in third. DNF! Oh, in the pits. Woo. Woo. That was a harsh penalty. Well, too bad. Don't ever say that shit in my Twitch ever again. If I see those kind of tainted words in my channel or in my chat ever again, I'm gonna kiss you. Ah. What did he say? Will we see a move by Nova on Dom? No, no. But Berkey on Dan, we shall. Berkey splitting up the kick team. Dude, you have to watch Star Wars. Okay, look, the original trilogy, I can see it potentially being a little slow and boring, but you gotta realize it was a completely different era of cinema, completely different era of cinema. But I think it, I still think very, very worth watching. But for sure, I used to do marathons with my little brother back in the day. I grew up kind of poor, so it's not like we could, I don't know, we had to find creative ways of entertaining ourselves, and one of them was we would just randomly pull up all the VHS Star Wars movies we had, all of them. It was 1 through 6, and just do a marathon, watch them in order. Superiority making a move into the stadium, has overtaken JC18. JC18 maybe trying to do a little bit of a switchback, but unsuccessful. And so, yeah, we did that so frequently. It was definitely like once every 2 weeks or something. It was insane how much we watched those movies. But yeah, dude, you watch them 1 through 6. I don't know. I think they're awesome. Just ignore the new trilogy. Oh, what's the lady called? I think it's Kathleen Kennedy or something like that. Yeah, like, what was it? Skywalker trilogy. I forget what the actual movies are called. One of them's like the last Jedi. No, that's Episode 6. No, that's Return of the Jedi. Yeah, the Last Jedi. The Rise of Skywalker is the last one. No, but 3 second time penalty. That's now 6 seconds. Bro, Big Bang Theory 8 times. I haven't even watched the show all that much. My girlfriend has, though. My girlfriend loves that show. You know what she has watched a million different times? Criminal Minds. It is a very good show, but I just could never make it that far. Not much really going on anymore. People kind of settling in. I mean, maybe Nova tries to make a move here. No. I've watched The Office like 3 separate times though. I'm really not much of a TV show like or series rewatcher. I'm more of a movies rewatcher. I will say Project Hail Mary, dude. Oh my god, that was such a good fucking movie. Holy shit. See, like, I didn't watch Interstellar for a long time after it came out, just for whatever reason. I had friends telling me, "Hey, you should watch this. It's an awesome movie," and I just never did. And it's one of the best movies I've ever watched. I love it so much. And then Project Hail Mary, I got to do what I couldn't do with Interstellar. I watched it. I didn't watch it in theaters. I didn't really feel like doing that. That felt like too much effort. I watched it through some other means. You know, wink, wink. Um, I fucking loved it, dude. I rewatched it another like 2 times in the same week. Dude, it's just such a good movie. I fucking love it. I mean, ooh, I'm an aerospace engineer, but like, dude, actually, just as a movie, it was awesome. I fucking loved it. You love watching sitcoms? You're not much into action thriller TV? Ooh, both into the pits at the same time. Dom and Nova. Dude, I'm telling you, you should watch it. For real, for real. For real, for real. Now, what I will say is, I think story-wise, or at least movie-wise, movie story-wise, um, I think it's pretty on par with Interstellar. The difference is they're kind of moods and they're kind of tones about the same sort of subject matter, right? I mean, it's a space movie, right? Saving the world type thing. So, you know, they're stakes, but where Interstellar is a little more of a intense mission and a little more cerebral too, because it's like uh uh not the spoilers I guess, but Nova getting ahead of Gold Killer as I speak, as I continue to yap. They're battling. um but Dom also trying to get ahead of NASCAR Freak here, so he has just pitted onto fresh hards. Where are the one stoppers? Purity in 5th. Spark down in 13th. Maybe not. Yeah, he's just kind of been struggling, it seems like. Shawarma up into 11th, but may need to. Yeah, we'll definitely need to pit again at some point. Um, oh, there's a front end plate missing from Dom. NASCAR freaking to the wall. That's a race. That's an incident. That is an incident. It's because he pitted. He pitted. Um, Dom now missing an end plate will have less downforce. Yeah, Dom is on fresh hards and just got an end plate knocked loose. Superiority ahead of Scarenzi. But yeah, so where Interstellar is a little more like cerebral because it has not exactly time travel, but like, fifth dimension, whatever, or fourth dimension, whatever. Project Hail Mary is more, I guess, kind of direct when it comes to that. And a little more fun with it, I guess. A little more scientific curiosity, a little more scientific marvel at things, So I don't know. Both very, very good movies. I love both so much. Um, More people pitting, those people being two stoppers. So Superiority and I think Gold Killer and Spark both, or all three of them, the only ones to be doing one stops as far as I'm aware. I don't think Gold Killer actually is doing it. Scarenzi just pit. Yeah, see, JC18 will have to pit again at some point. Turbo maybe also doing a one stop. I don't know. I didn't say there's no twist. I didn't say that, David. But I don't want to say too much. You should definitely watch it. You should definitely watch it. And I think the best way to watch it is blind. Because, Dom tends to... Why is everybody speeding into the pit lanes? And he's retired. Oh, he's not happy. He's not happy with whatever that NASCAR freak incident was. He's not happy. I just said one's more intense than the other. Never said there's no twist. I think every single movie... Oh, he's typing. He's really not happy. I think every movie that can even consider itself as one of the best ever has to have some sort of twist in it. I think it's just part of it. Just part of the criteria. Necessity. Alright. Dawood and Shawarma. Oh, why'd I switch? These two are so close together. Sorry, Shawarma. Nope, I'll do it. It is Gornola trying to catch up to Shawarma. Should be able to get ahead of him here shortly. Turbo will be onto the pit straight here soon. Dude, if you don't like the movie, then that'll be very telling. You know, that'll tell me everything I need to know about you as a person, and I'll hate you forever if you don't like it. Just, that's not space given, Mariki, and he's spun. NASCAR Freak has spun. Dom might be screaming karma though. Ooh, he's saying Dom accusing NASCAR Freak. Whoever was in that V carb, that car, yeah, whoever was in that V carb is a dummy. Wait to move twice to block. Interesting, interesting, interesting. The plot thickens. There's drama in this race. Alright, well, Berkey up in second place. Oh, fuck. I moved the wrong thing. Up in second place. We'll have to pit once again. Has 10 seconds of time penalties. This is looking like Scarenzi's to win. I think. He's on brand new hards, so he can definitely carry him to the end of the race. No penalties. Superiority also probably will be carrying these tires to the end. No penalties. I think Scarenzi's looking very good. He's looking very, very good at the moment. Berkster, that 10-second time penalty just really not it for him. Just really not it for him. These two duking it out right now. There's conditions to chat. Is there any other stuff in the list? What do you mean, in the Discord? Because I honestly don't know. I don't remember. Oh, like loving. Oh. Nah. I don't really care what people think. I'm not even that judgmental either. I don't really care, dude. People do whatever they want. I mean, for the longest, I didn't even watch Interstellar, so you know, people would probably think I was some sort of bum for not having watched it because I had no opinion on it. I also, yeah, I've never even watched the Matrix movies, and they're supposed to be super, or at least one of them, at least one or two of them are supposed to be very good. So people can judge me all they want for it. It's valid. I've never seen them. I've watched what is it called? I think Memento, the one about the guy with like the memory, and he like plot twist at the very end where um. Hey, Rockstar! Hello, man. But you guys finished already? What the hell? Oh, oh. What do you mean you finished? Oh no. What happened, cut? But yeah, there's so many good movies I haven't watched. Like, what else? Well, I haven't watched Cat in the Hat. The one with, like, the anthropomorphic cat. Like, I don't know, and the fish is there. Like, kind of... Oh, like, live action. There we go. That's the better way to say it. Doesn't have a lot of penalties. Ooh. Yeah, send him to the retirement home. Tell him to focus on his kids instead of racing. Damn. That's kind of mean. All right, there goes Turbo into the pits. Will he speed again? I don't think... Did he speed? I don't think... Yes, he did. Oh, so you got 2 of your warnings for swapping spots with Dustin, all on your own. You finished 3rd, 2nd on track. Oh, wait, how did you guys finish so much faster than we did? What the hell? That doesn't sound right to me. Well, Berkey is in the lead now, but will probably be pitting again at some point. Or maybe not, actually. Oh, yes, he will. Yes, he will. Scarenzi won't. Turbo Chicken on brand new mediums. Carry those to the end. Yeah, how did you guys finish so fast? Were you guys not on 50% racing? Like, what? How did you guys start 20 minutes early? Scavenger looking to maybe overtake JC18. Wait, so did you finish the race or did you DNF? I'm confused. There's no way you guys finished this early. There's still like 7 minutes, 8 minutes of racing left here. And there's no battles going on except for Dawood and Shawarma. What other good movies have I, or what other movies that I maybe should have watched by now? I haven't. Actually, I have a list. I do have a list of movies that I want to watch. That just keeps getting added to. Gladiator. I've never even watched Gladiator, and I want to watch it so that I can watch the second one because apparently the second one is good too. What else? Real Steel. I only recently, like this year, watched Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. I need to watch the second one now. Manchester by the Sea. I haven't watched. I haven't watched Beautiful Boy. I haven't watched Hot Tub Time Machine. Back to the Future. I haven't really watched. Yeah, I mean that's kind of what I gathered. That's the opinion I had when I watched like the first 20 minutes of it before I got kind of bored. But still, it's supposed to be like a really good movie. Oh wait, I did watch Limitless recently. I forget that. I'm skipping over a lot of these. I'm just looking for the big ones, like Tom Hardy Legend. Also, I've not seen that. Yeah, and there's definitely more to this list. Those are just ones that I've been like itching to watch. Wait, why did I just? Oh, that was a weird time for it to cut to that angle. There were no cars on screen. Wait a minute, I did the wrong thing. There we go. That's what I was looking for. So Nova should be able to overtake superiority here shortly. Peep Discord quick. P3 after that. Wait, what? Oh, he sent me something. 1 segundo. I mean, there's really not much going on here. I mean, there is, but I do what I want. Wait, what? This is in Singapore. Why are you sending me a Singapore clip? Oh, because you did Limitless. I'm so dumb, dude. That's why. I don't know why I thought you guys were doing PTRL. That makes so much more sense. Damn, you got shafted, cut. You got shafted, homie. Next time you should booty touch him. And to get P3 after that, they suck. They stinky poo-poo. Yeah, I think. Oh, hold on. The Wood Amariki. How many leagues am I in? Well, I run my own. I run FSR. I race in that. Or actually, let me go through the list. So, starting with Sundays. Sundays, 1 p.m. is my league. Okay. I was supposed to be a part of this other league. I forget when they are. I think they're, I don't know, like Monday night or something. I can't remember. But they're kind of in a hiatus right now until they get reorganized. I was driving Formula Worldwide League, like 2 races, and then this one guy, this fucking idiot, his name is Slushy, dirty as shit. Nah, he's just annoying. He's not like super dirty. He's just dirty, like a little dirty, and it's just really annoying because he thinks he's doing nothing wrong. But that was Wednesdays. Don't do that anymore. I did Jackwagon, or I'm supposed to be doing Jackwagon, but I'm busy. I was busy this last Friday, and I'm going to be busy again this Friday. So I will not be running that. That's Fridays. We do Interleague, so that is 5 of us. That is PTRL, what you are watching right now. FSR, which is my league. PRL, I commentate on Sundays. KRL, that I commentate on Tuesdays. That's Chronicles League. And then I forget what the new league that joined us is called, but it's 5 leagues on Saturdays, competing, you know, league v league v league v league v league. 4 drivers each league. It's honestly pretty fun. You know, I'm not gonna say we're struggling to organize things, but it's kind of second second in line for all of us because everybody else who runs that. No, I race in a couple others, so I guess I should be more specific about that. So racing only, I do FSR, which is my own league, Elite Racing Series whenever they start back up. Formula Worldwide, I was racing, but no longer because fuck that. Jack Wagon, I race in. Interleague, I race in, but that's kind of an offshoot. That's only once every 2 weeks. I do URL. I don't even Universal Racing League, I guess is what they stand for, because they do F2 racing on Saturdays. I do that. And then on Wednesdays, I also race with Scrub for their cockpit only racing. I'm leading that right now. That's really fun. And yeah, that's all the leagues I race in. And then commentate. Sundays, I commentate PRL. I commentate Formula Fan Championship. What's up, Dustin? Um, and then I commentate PTRL and Scrub on Mondays, Chronico on Tuesdays, and then that's it for commentary. So I'm pretty involved in the F1 community, it seems like. Berkey being overtaken by Scorenzi on the fresher hards. Oh, what's up, Dusty? I missed your voice too, man, even though I'm not hearing you. Bro, I have a life, guys. I have a life. I had to go hang out with the IRL friends, the besties. It was one of their birthdays. Had to do it. Had to do it. Turbo Chicken now ahead of Gold Killer. Okay, so we have 5 laps left. What are we looking at situation-wise? So Berkey has 10 seconds of time penalties. Will not be a race win for him. Unfortunately, Scorenzi looks like pretty much a free win because Nova also has a lot of time penalties that he has to deal with. Superiority doing the one stop as well. Yeah, not really going to be able to challenge him. I mean, it's looking like it's 100% a Scorenzi race win. And the first time racing in PTRL getting a race win. Pretty solid, pretty solid. Let me tell you what, though, boys. I am such an athlete. So Saturday, the one friend whose birthday we were celebrating, we all played a disc golf tournament. I used to play disc golf a lot. I used to actually grind it. I used to be very, very good at it. Okay, let me say pretty good at it. You know, I wasn't like super elite, but is Superiority sandbagging? How would he possibly be sandbagging? I mean, he just hasn't had a successful race. I don't know. I'm such an athlete. Besides putting, so just like golf, I guess. Putting, you know, is what really matters. Besides that, I am still elite. I am still so good at everything else that is not putting. And putting was like the main reason I pretty much decided to stop playing altogether. Also because of where I moved for work. The courses around here that are even like an hour away are just not good. They're not good enough to even get better, you know? And so yeah, it was really hard for me to even want to train to keep being good on some of these like mediocre courses, mediocre at best courses. And then I was just super like mental game struggling with putting, and that's like the biggest part of it because putting in disc golf is a million times easier than it is in ball golf. And so if I sucked at that, it didn't matter how fucking good I was at throwing off the tee, fairway, scrambling, all of that. It did not fucking matter if I couldn't if I couldn't make tap-ins. I couldn't make tap-ins, bro. It was that bad. So I stopped playing. But this tournament I played, first tournament I play in like over a year almost. Besides putting, dude, I was elite. I was actually elite. One of the best in the field. But hey, doesn't really matter. I'm not really trying to make a comeback into it. It was just for fun. I was there with the boys. They were playing the tournament, so hey, I might as well have played as well. Here goes bro Joshua, finally giving me a battle. Catching up to Max Scavenger, but doesn't really matter as he has 3 seconds and Scavenger has none. And he's completely out of battery. Gornola on brand new softs. Yeah, I mean this is pretty much over with. There's no battles going on that are even consequential to anything in this race. But yeah, McLaren fan, I don't know. He also, as far as I'm aware, doesn't really. I don't know. As far as I know, he doesn't really like sweat F1 as much anymore. I think he's started sweating LMU, so that could be an explanation as to why he's Maybe not as fast as we used to think he was. And, you know, you've also gotten better. What in the hell is going on here? Doesn't look like it was an incident. Just, I don't know what's going on. Oh my god. Bro Joshua, if he continues to pull away, might actually... Oh! He definitely has... What the fuck? How is he ahead now? It looked like he just cut a million corners. Or am I just slow? Am I just mentally slow? I don't know. Alright. Well, second to last lap. Dom in the lead. Nova is trying to catch up to Berkey on... He doesn't even need to catch up to him. He's already overtaken him because of these time penalties. Berkey, if we go to leader, Berkey would probably drop... So if he's 5, probably down to P4. Yeah, down to P4 it looks like. Yeah, bro Joshua not able to outpace Max Scavenger. Will drop behind him. It's going to be a 10-11 for the Mercedes team. A bit of a mid-race for those two. Nova looking to overtake Berkey. Or maybe not. He is, it looks like. It doesn't really matter, though. Pretty unnecessary. But yeah, we have Scarenzi racing on his own, by himself, on his lonesome. Him, himself, and him. He, himself, and him. Me, myself, and I. He, himself, and him. Yes. Just uncontested right now. 6 seconds ahead of Nova. Nova having 6 seconds of time penalties anyway, so really we'll finish like what, 16 seconds ahead? Massive points for the McLaren team. Massive, massive points for the McLaren team. You've only played golf a couple times. Everything's fun about it other than putting. Yeah. Disc golf is completely different, I think, in the way you kind of operate. Well, no, it's kind of the same thing. It's evolving into, you want to be as, for normal people. Or not even that, even on the Pro Tour, you want to be as absolutely aggressive as possible off the tee. You know, the gouge and what's it called? What do they call it? The gouge and something? Like Bryson DeChambeau, but whatever. Scorenzi, your race winner. First race in PTRL, winning immediately. Kind of, I don't want to say handed the win, because, you know, he had to earn it still, but handed the win a bit from a million different time penalties. Berkey getting 20 seconds in the end for an unserved penalty. That is wild. That is wild. Finishing in 5th, so not too bad. Nova and Dan 3-4 for the kick team. Superiority finishing in 2nd. Good podium, good podium. Turbo in 6th. Gold Killer 7th. JC18 8th. Bro Joshua will oh, he kind of has outpaced Max Scavenger. If Max Scavenger doesn't haul ass, he may lose a position to him. It doesn't seem to be the case, though. It will be, yep, Scavenger 9th, Bro Joshua 10, Shawarma, Spark, Baller, and Dawood Amariki finishing out the rest of the grid. But yeah, I've gone to the range a couple of times. I have some clubs of my own. I just, you know, I kind of feel like I need to do things with at least one other person, like with someone. I don't know. It's kind of like the body doubling thing. It's a huge ADHD thing. Bro, you missed crazy crap. I don't care, Shawarma. I don't care, homie. I was having an amazing conversation with Mr. David. Go back to finishing P11 or something. Damn. Damn, 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 damn. There was a 3-car crash. If it was in the backfield, I don't care. This is PTRL. This isn't, you know, charity for the back markers. I'm joking. I'm joking. But, dude, I'm not going to watch the back. If something happens in the backfield, then something happened in the backfield. Yeah, see? Look, it's like I knew exactly where it happened. I knew where it happened. I know, I saw something. You know, I look at the deltas. I study the track map. I know what's happening. Doesn't mean I'm going to get it on camera at all times. How am I supposed to predict that, you know, the back of the field is going to crash into each other? Well, I guess I should always predict that, shouldn't I? Alright, but that does bring this to an end, boys. It is 11:20. It is about time I wrap it up. Finally, an easy race winner graphic, finally. What? What? What does that even mean? All right, but that brings it to an end. Scorenzi, your race winner. Superiority second. Dan third. Ooh, Dan third. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Oh no, it's because people have been leaving. Bruh. Oh my God. Why do people leave so quickly? We've gone over this. Oh, that's hilarious, Dustin. Show me your band. Got him. All right, boys. Well, that's the end in Mexico. Those damn Mexicans always intruding on our stuff. Get him out of here. No Mexicans allowed. All right, but podium for superiority. Superiority. Buen hecho, compadre, compadre, buen hecho. But all right, that's it. I'm not going to bed yet. I've got my own video games to play. I need to start streaming my own random shit again. For you guys' entertainment, especially since I'm gonna be gone starting like Thursday, pretty much. I'll be pretty. Yeah, I'll join a quick one, Dustin. But yeah, I gotta end the stream. So you guys have a good one. Have a great rest of your night, and I look forward to maybe seeing you guys in my commentary tomorrow at 8:30 with Chronic, or no, at 8. So yeah, have a great rest of your night, boys.